probably 2 or 3 weeks later, and I'm finally finna upload the video on how I got these beautiful, not these beautiful curls, that's another video. But if you want to see how I got these curls, well, watch that video in my bio. Make sure you subscribe. Not bio, on my channel. It's been a long day. It's nighttime. So yeah. But yeah, if you want to see how I got this beautiful red from a 613, make sure you keep on watching. And I'm gonna show you how I did that. Because I was looking a little toe up, but guess how I'm looking now? Don't play with her. I really need to do my hot iron, but it's late at night and I just did these curls for a video. And I just wanted to do my intro for this video because I didn't want to just post a video without y'all seeing how the red came out. So yeah, keep on watching.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing the red, hair tutorial. I got this myself from YouTube, but basically first I'm gonna take the hair out the package and basically just brush through that, and get it detangled before I go to dyeing the hair. And so they say that, when you're dyeing hair, especially with the watercolor method, if you want the color to be more intense, that you don't use like a big tub like I did. But me personally, this was my first time, really doing a color like red, because the other time I dyed my hair, I did gray. But that's besides the point. So red was just getting the perfect red is very hard, and it took many videos to watch. But when it comes to dyeing your hair red and you don't want to get the lace tinted, I saw on YouTube and on Instagram that you could spray Got2b glue so that the lace doesn't get tinted, because that tinted lace is just gonna mess up the whole look, to be honest. And it's just gonna make your hair, it's just gonna make you just not feel as confident, because like when your lace tinted and you looking a mess and you just feel like the hair came out wrong and blah blah blah. So I just wanted to avoid that and make sure I didn't face that problem. So I sprayed the Got2b glue on the lace part, because this is a closure wig. This is a closure wig that I got from my vendor. So I sprayed it on like the front of the closure and also on the parting of the closure. And side note, let me just say, I would not be ordering. Well, I wouldn't say my vendor. It was just a new vendor I tried. But I would not be ordering a wig from them again, because just the way they sold it on is like, I can't explain it, but you know how like when you have hair covering the tracks, it's like for the closure, it's like they barely had enough hair covering the tracks, just enough, luckily. But yeah, won't be doing it again. Would not recommend, but not ordering from vendors. But I just won't. First of all, I didn't even tell y'all the vendors, so it doesn't even matter. I'm just not gonna tell nobody about that vendor, because no. That's why I always like to just try out vendors on my own. But basically, you see me drying the hair. And that's basically what I'm doing, letting the spray dry and make sure that lace don't get tinted, y'all. When I was dyeing the hair, I was so scared. I'm like, you know what? If this lace get tinted and I done messed this wig up, it's just going to be my fault. I can't get mad at nobody but myself, because we ain't finna buy on the wig, because we ain't got time for that. I'm going to make this do what it do. So basically, yeah, it's basically dry now. And so when I dyed the hair, I used 3 different colors, in which you probably saw in the thumbnail, and which I'm going to show in front of the hair. And so I used the 3 dyes by Adore: the ruby red, the raging red, and the intense red. Very caution sign warning. The ruby red, okay, that's like the real clown red. You know like how that bright red, but it gives that pink undertone. Like, y'all, first of all, I'm going to put a little bit of the ruby red, not a lot, because like it probably looks like I put a lot, but compared to how much was in the actual container of the dye, it was not a lot. So yeah, don't think I poured a lot, because I didn't. I poured a little bit of that because I was scared. I didn't want to make it too red, because the goal of my hair, I didn't want it to look like the Wendy's red or the Ronald McDonald red. That's not what I was going for. I just wanted red enough, if y'all get what I'm saying. So I'm going to mix that with the raging red, and to hopes of to get it bright enough, but not too bright. So I'm going to mix those two, and I'm going to pour just about the whole container of the raging red. Actually, Now that I think back on it, I think it was the Raging Red that gave it the pink undertone, not the Ruby Red. Yeah, it was the Raging Red. So, yeah, y'all just look at, first of all, when I opened the container, I didn't really pay much mind to it, but the Raging Red did look kind of, you know, pinkish red, a pink reddish or almost purplish, y'all. But you will see if you ever decide to use that color. And, you know, I saw other people, you know, testing the color out with the paper towel. And as you can see, even on the paper towel, it even looks like that pinkish undertone. And y'all, I was so mad because I was like, man, I done messed this wig up. But nah, I was able to fix it. That's why I got the intense red, because that's like the burgundy dark red. But so I'm just going to start dipping that. Do y'all see how the ends look pink? Like, do y'all see that? And the water is hot. You know, they say you don't have to do the water as hot as I did it. You don't have to do it that hot in general. Just run some hot water from the sink, to be honest, because, man, my fingers was burning. Like, I couldn't even pick the wig up. So, yeah. Don't do no scalding hot boiling water. You don't have to do all that. If just do something from the sink. Like, it's so hot, like it's smoking, steaming. Like, boy, hands burning. But yeah, do y'all see how it's like, it looks kind of pinkish, a pink reddish, and like, I did not like that pink looking in that hair, in that red. I was just so scared. And my sister had came downstairs and she was like, why I look pink? And I'm already mad, so that kind of made it worse. But y'all, this is an experiment, you know. The same way y'all be watching and looking on YouTube how to dye hair, I'm the same as y'all. We all just the blind leading the blind. So, yeah. And so I'm just basically playing with that, trying to get that in there and get the hair saturated, because watercolor, you know, you have to let it sit. And I'm also scared of the lace becoming tinted with red. That's why I keep pulling it up and looking at it to see, you know, how, if the lace is red or not. And the whole time, you know, I'm just making sure, but it wasn't, you know, tinted and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. And I'm basically just checking out the hair. I keep pulling it out because I'm trying to make sure I'm not tripping. I'm like, am I tripping? Like, is this pink or what? And it was most definitely looking like a red pink, you know. If some of y'all don't know what it looks like, I mean, you will see it if you do exactly what I did. But you can go back over it with, and you know, the more you dip it on the camera, you can't really tell that it looks like pinkish. But I promise y'all, I know my colors. You hear me? I'm not stupid. I know my colors, and it most definitely looked at pink. But yeah. So overall, it's the red, but it's just the undertone was not cute. I did not like it. This is not no rock band. I ain't going for that, you know. No, ma'am. I just wanted a cute red. How you know the arrogant take? Look at my sister. You see her? She just asked me, was it pink? Like, she looking like what? So yeah, that made it worse. But I basically keep playing with that, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all again when doing the intense red. So y'all, I'm back. I done poured the hot water. You know, this is the second time. I'm at the second turn, you know, finishing the red. So of course we're gonna go in with the intense red. Now in the beginning of the video, I said that the pinkish dye, that the reddish pink dye that I feel like gave it that pink undertone was the Raging Red. That's the one I feel like gave it that pink undertone. So y'all just be mindful of that one. If you ever decide to use that one, just look at the bottle when you first open it, and I promise you, you would know what I'm talking about. But the intense red is basically that cute burgundy color. And to be honest, you can really just use intense red on the whole hair, and it'll still give you a pretty, you know, bright enough red. Because intense red is still red enough, because I watched someone's video who had 613 and she used all intense red and it was still very cute and bright or whatever. It just whoever video you want to take notes on and tips on, that's basically what I did. I was basically just taking, the only reason I used 3 different ones was because I saw this one girl do hers like that and I liked the way hers came out. But however, be mindful when you're watching other people's videos. If they don't start off with 613 hair and you're starting off with 613 hair, you will not get the same results, none whatsoever. And that's what I had to consider, because I was going to follow her video, but she bleached her hair from black to like, you know, close enough blonde. So it wasn't platinum blonde though. So that's exactly why, you know, I decided not to take her, you know, the dyes that she used, because I'm like, I won't get the same outcome because she had a whole different tone of hair. But yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm telling y'all what to be mindful of. So basically, you know, pouring in the intense red, and you know, you always make sure that it's dissolved. And as you can see, the red, this red is very dark, so you can't really see inside of it. And you want to make sure all the dye is just fully, what's the word? You know, I'm a chemistry major and I'm in college right now, so my mind is basically fried right now. It's the weekend, so this is really my time to chill. So trying to think of a word right now, not gonna cut it. We're not even gonna do that right now, y'all. I'm in the bed, nah. So yeah, basically I just want the dye to just dissolve. That's the word. Yeah, y'all, it's 3 a.m. But I just want the dye to dissolve in the hot water. So when I dip it, it don't be no clumps. And once I start dipping it, it's like my heart starts to get warm again, because it's just coming out cute, because that's the red. I feel like the intense red, it just what made the whole wig better. And so what you want to be mindful of is when you dip in the hair, because you want to get the tone, like the dye, the same all around the hair. See me, I kept, you know, dipping the ends, and the reason I kept doing that was because it was hot. So you know how I told y'all to be mindful of using that hot water? Yeah, and I just kept doing like the bottom part of the hair. I wasn't letting the whole wig sit in there. And I didn't really have to, because I didn't really want it, you know, too dark. And it didn't really make it too dark. But I just basically leave the whole wig in there, y'all. And don't use too hot water that you can't pull it out, you know, like I did. But that was basically it. You know, it wasn't really too much to it. Watercolor is really easy and simple. And do you see how it looks now? That's a red. That's what you call a good red right there. Because I know y'all can tell the difference between the red of the first time and this red. Like, it's just so cute. Like, y'all, I just kept dipping it, because I'm just like looking at it like, yes, this is what I came here for. This is supposed to be the turnout. This is what I was talking about. So yeah, and also use gloves, y'all, unless y'all want y'all hands stained. But basically, I'm just playing with the hair at this point, because look at it, like, I was panicking. Like, I really was panicking, because when it comes to doing colors like red, you just want to make sure you get that perfect outcome, because red is a very hard color to, especially when you mix in dyes. Not just doing one dye. When you mix in dyes and you don't know what you really gonna get, especially if the dyes that you got was off YouTube, because of course the camera and how the color look on camera sometimes is not the same as how it will come out in person. But that's basically it, y'all. I'm just, you know, getting all the extra dye out the hair. Of course, I'm gonna shampoo and condition it. But this is practically, you know, the finished look. Y'all saw how I look in the beginning of the video, and this is just how it looked in the natural lighting from, you know, outside, coming from my window, and how it looked when I got done, you know, with the dyeing process. So you can see the lace is not tinted, none whatsoever. You know, it's just looking all good and cute or whatever. And the wig looks kind of weird because, like I said, the wig I had got from this vendor, they put some type of clips in the track, and I had to cut it out. I mean, wigs are supposed to come with clips, y'all, but I don't know what type of clip they put in it, because the type of clip they put in it, it made the wig look lumpy, so I had to cut it out. So don't worry, y'all. As you can see from beginning of the video, I got it together. But this is basically the finished product. Like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, I'm gonna be doing more dyeing videos because, like, y'all, I'm not gonna pay nobody, you know, $200 to dye no hair, baby. It's 2020. We doing it ourselves. So yes, more videos will be on the way.
They say I ain't the baddest in the mother.